Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Hormone Hack Effect. I am your host, Amber, and here's where we talk about using my transformational weight loss formula to get you real results with real food in the real world where you really live. And I know we are coming upon the end of the year. It's December 28th, 2020. And a lot of the focus I want to just put on today is we had a very stressful 2020. I don't think anyone's going to argue that. And one of the number one reasons people cannot lose weight, you can do the right exercise, you can eat the right foods, and you can still gain weight. And one of the biggest culprits out there is stress. And stress can come from food, stress can come from your environment, stress can come from anything, okay? And your body, you may not feel like you're stressed maybe mentally, and maybe you do, and I'm sure a lot of you do, but maybe you don't, but your body is feeling the stress of what's going on around you. And that could be blocking your weight loss and fat loss results. And that hormone that gets caught up in all that is called your cortisol hormone. And so that being said, I want to ask you guys and encourage you guys, hey, if you've had a financially struggle of a year, you've had a health issue of a year, worse than ever before, I don't want you to give up hope. I don't want you to just think the doom and gloom is going to be here to stay. It's not going to be here to stay. I am going to get you encouraged to start thinking about what we're going to be getting into in 2021 and re-inspire you that you can do this. You can do this with real food where you live. You don't have to go get into the pills and the shakes and all those things that may drive you into some financial burden. You can do this with real food where you live, and that is what I teach, because I believe God's best way to keep you at your optimal health is through the tried and true system and formula of using real food where you really live. And if you put them in a sequential order, then you can maximize results and never have to worry about your favorite Weight Watchers shake going out of stock or going out of manufacturing, where a lot of this stuff comes from. And so that being said, I just want to remind you guys that the FDA has approved, over the existence of the organization, more than 2,000 food additives that are in your food. Now listen to me. This is what happens. An additive, first of all, what is an additive? An additive is something that is not natural to your body. It's made in a lab, it's made in a manufacturing plant, and it's added to food. Most of the time it's added because it's added for flavor and preservability. Well, that's fine, but you got to understand that your body treats those additives as a foreign entity in the body, so it's going to fight it every second it remains in your body. So you have to understand that, because that can be your culprit in losing weight. And there are a lot of healthy foods out there that have additives in them. And the first trend I want to going into 2021 is the one thing that's not going to be going away are going to be these meal delivery kits. And these meal delivery kits are things like HelloFresh, Nutrisystem, Weight Watchers. I saw one from, I think for Golo is a new one that's out there. That's where they'll send you these fresh foods in a box to your door so you don't have to go to the store and buy what you need. That can be fine, but you've got to learn how to read labels. And I've read some of the labels on these products, and you wouldn't believe how many additives can be in salad, and can be in the salad dressing, that can be in the sauce for your chicken, the glaze for your chicken, and all of these things. And so as we move forward, you're going to continue to see these trends going on for 2021. The other thing you're going to see going on, and this really makes me nervous for people, these plant-based meats. Especially at Walmart, you're starting to see these plant-based meats, protein. They're promoting protein. It's all about marketing. It's all about the pharmaceutical company working with the food industry to keep us sick. Okay, so you're going to see these plant-based meats. Flip the label around. You really need to be paying attention to it. But these labels have ingredients in it that you can't even pronounce. And my rule of thumb is, if you can't pronounce it, you shouldn't be putting it in your body, because your body, it's going to interrupt every process, your metabolic process, your digestion processing. Everything's going to shut down just to go attack that foreign entity in your body to deal with it. And if your body has to shut down a system to stop doing what it's doing, things get backed up. And that backing up is the weight gain, the bloating, the fat, all of those things, the cloudiness of your head, all the thinking processes. So just be aware as we get into 2021, you're going to see this. The other thing you're going to continue to see are these 0-calorie soda cans and drinks in a can. When I teach you intermittent fasting, which is the first of my transformational formula to lose weight and fat for good, we do intermittent fasting. And when we do intermittent fasting, it's 0 calorie. It's not 0 food or water, it's 0 calorie. And people think that you can drink these 0 calorie drinks. So a yummy 0 calorie Rockstar drink or a Monster drink, it has 0 calories. It has 0 calories because when you flip around the label and you look at what they put in it, the dextro or whatever it is they put in there, it's all manufactured in a lab. So what's going to happen? Your body's going to shut down processes to deal with it. And so that's why we don't use and nor do we drink 0 calorie drinks. But you're going to see more and more coming out in the can and people promoting them if you haven't already. It's still an additive that will block your body from losing fat and losing weight. But good news is you're going to start seeing some vegetables coming back to life in 2021. And vegetables are fantastic. Tubers, I'm talking about carrots and sweet potatoes and even regular russet potatoes. Russet potatoes for women are excellent. So I want you to just be aware that, yes, we're going to have some positive things come. Vegetables are going to make their way around. I like vegetables because they tend to last longer. The best way to get them is, of course, fresh. If you can't get it fresh, get it frozen. If you can't get it frozen and you absolutely have to get it out of a can, just make sure you get it out of a BPA-free liner can. Don't be deceived by the BPA liner can because there's BPA, there's BPA, there's BPAU, there's BPAZ, there's different ones, but they focus on the BPA free liner. So you don't want to make a habit of it. You always want to do fresh, frozen, and can if you have to, but don't let the cans be your norm when it comes to that. Now, getting into foods of the bedroom, they say. If you have not seen these, I've seen them on Facebook ads come out, but enhanced water beverages. These are alternatives to maybe alcohol, so to help you sleep at night. So you're going to see more of this coming out. And these are kind of the opposite of energy drinks. They're meant to stimulate your dopamine and your serotonin and melatonin and get you to be able to rest easy without the anxiety. And that's really been pushed because who's not had some level of anxiety in 2020, right now, going forward? So just understand that a lot of these things have the additives in it, and the big one that they put in there is that L-theanine. L-theanine. That's a complete additive from the laboratories and the manufacturing, and it's approved through the FDA, and it's in so many 0 calorie and so many of these alternative beverages you're going to see to keep the sugar out, but it's still an additive, and a lot of these get absorbed in your gut, and you don't ever get it in your intestines through it to break it down and process it properly and get it out. It actually is absorbed into your intestine, and we don't want that. So what else do we got? A good trend coming out still is people are still canning. People are still trying to use real foods where they really live, and they're really trying to do this right, even in these stringent times and these times that we're unsure of with things. But I'm sure about what's going to happen. But that's another podcast and another episode. But if you are not, to help you get there in your mind, listen to some of these things I'm explaining to you so you can get your health back on track. You don't have to get on pills. You don't have to get on some expensive system. You can do real food in the real world where you really live. And that's where I'm here to help you. Now listen, this is my transformational formula. I have a 7-day program. It's free, complimentary. It's my gift, okay? It starts with, it gives you the condensed version of it to get your foundation set so you can set yourself up for the long haul. And I call it my 7-day POA plan of action. You'll see the link above. It is thehormonehack.com/7. I set your foundation. The transformational formula is intermittent fasting. And I teach you how to get there when you're not used to it. We do this in 7 days. You get into that, break your fast with good fat. Yes, good fat. I teach you what those are. You back it up with good, clean protein, and at the end of the day, you can have some carbs. Yes, you can. Now, listen to me. My 7-day program is intended to get you squared away in 5 minutes a day. I can come to your email, I can come to your phone, or I can come to both. You can listen to my video and you will get your recipe of the day. I have these recipes, people have done them, I have cooked them, and they are intended to not take you to the bank. When I give you a recipe, I'm not going to give you 5 million different ingredients to make one little thing. You're going to be able to use what you need. It's going to be interchangeable with other foods, so that way nothing goes to waste, because the whole point of this is to keep you from spending a lot of money. It's to keep you focused. It's to give you a plan and not worry about having to keep renewing some kind of food system you've bought into, okay? So if you're tired of it and your 2020 has been a disaster and you're ready to get back on track, or if you haven't been able to get on track and you've been interested in doing some of these things naturally, then this will be the program for you to get into. And of course, you can ask me any question through the email, and I believe the text if you need to, but really the email is the best way to communicate. So that's what I see going forward. I am here to encourage you. I'm here to help you, and I want to make sure you get off on the right foot and understand that we are going to go through some stuff in the world. Of course, we're going to. However, you can still thrive. You can still get your weight loss and fat loss goals on track, and you can do it naturally without the worry. And so just remember, you can do this with real food in the real world where you really live. You just need a little guidance. So if you haven't, subscribe. If you haven't followed me, follow me, and get into the hormonehack.com/7 plan of action program. I'm so glad you guys tuned in today. I can't wait to see what happens going into 2021, and I will see you on the next episode.